Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm gonna use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of Telltale's for Walking Dead right here. We are on the second season where I'm doing this episode for a second time. There's a theme of twos going on here, and that's because the previous stream crashed, so instead of doing this on Sunday, that's why I'm doing it on Monday instead, because apparently my internet needed a break. After all, Sunday is a day of rest, so naturally the stream just wasn't really having it. Yo, welcome to a stream there, Art of Skylands. It would appear as though Monday, not to jinx things, but it's going a lot better already because the stream crashed within 5 minutes last time. I couldn't even get past that 5-minute barrier, but I don't really mind having lost that episode entirely because, let's be honest here, the intro there was hot garbage, which is a bit like the episode at hand really, or at least it's garbage compared to all the other episodes this season. And that just goes to show how strong this season is, because even the garbage episode has its merits, and we're about to see that unfold before us. Let's, without further ado, get playing Amid the Ruins. I mean, you'd think that that's what the title is, given that I've put the title of the episode and the title of the stream. So here we go, time to hate Sarah for 2 hours straight.
Was with me, but
well, we need to keep moving. It would appear as though we're 5 minutes into the episode, a bit like how we were 5 minutes into the previous stream. I didn't realise that the game autosaved, so rather than restart the episode like I intended, we've started it 5 minutes in. All you need to know is that Sarita was there, and we ditched her like the savage Clementine that we are. We got to look out for number one here, that's Clementine. Like, in all honesty, I don't really care what happens to all the other characters. All the other characters can fucking die for all I care. So long as Clementine is alive, those zombies don't stand a chance. Like, she is a force to be reckoned with. She is the R2-D2 of the Walking Dead franchise. Like, every Star Wars character can die. Doesn't matter. So long as R2-D2 is fine, the First Order, the Separatists, whoever the bad guys are, they are screwed. Anyway, we got to wait for a way through. So let's stop being distracted by Star Wars references before I fucking die. So much about Clementine being a badass. She's only as much of a badass as I am, and I am not a badass right now. That's a good start. Zombie chow. Clem is the goat. She could single-handedly push them back. I mean, unless I'm playing as her. It takes a special type of gamer, a god-tier gamer, to turn an absolute living legend into a slab of meat. And that's what I just did. I died in a cutscene. Only in Telltale's Walking Dead video games can you die in a cutscene. In fact, even in games where you're not intended to die in cutscenes, I can still find a way to die. I'm that good a gamer.
I can't do this alone.
We're still covered in walker guts.
Well, I wouldn't say it was so good that I lost. It was just kind of like mediocre good that I lost.
Can make it out if we stick together.
Not a good time, Becca.
We can watch each other's back.
Of all the times for you to choose, now is the worst of all of them. But just like that, you know. We might have threatened to ditch Sarita earlier. In fact, we didn't even threaten to do it, we just straight up told her face. Rebecca, on the other hand, I hate much more than Sarita. But apparently we're going to stick with her. Now, I have no idea why it only gives you one opportunity right there. Because we have one opportunity to get out right there, and I missed it the first time, having been distracted by my own stupidity. My stupidity is very distracting, what can I say? I take pride in how distracting my stupidity is. It's just about one thing my stupidity is good for.
We can't clump together like this. It's better if we spread out. You two will be fine.
No, you don't understand. Just...
You guys are fine. Just go. I'll stay close and watch out for Rebecca. Your choice.
Clementine is so fiercely inconsistent, man. I love it.
Damn it.
It's okay, we'll guilt her into helping us.
That cluster of walkers.
There's so many.
We'll make a cow catcher. Just... we need...
What the hell is that?
You'll see.
I'm an adult and even I don't know what that is.
There. That one looks light enough to carry. I'm gonna get on the far side of her.
If walker guts keep them safe, why don't they always wear them? Wearing walker guts all the time would not be a practical solution. First of all, imagine the smell.
I told you to distract it.
Oh, Jade, I really wanted you dead. Could you not tell?
Now, are you?
This is a shame. I couldn't
Stay
get Jane
close.
killed so easily.
If you
This is
fall
a
behind,
shame.
I can't come back for you.
And now that zombie's never going to be able to chow on the humans ever again. This is rather tragic, that poor thing. But say, the smell for one, it would be incredibly unhygienic. Oh yeah, hugging the walkers is the perfect solution. Rather than having guts on you, why don't you just go and give them a big old hug? You know, walkers have feelings too. They just want to be loved. You see, I was trying to teach Jane this earlier, but she got pissed at me. I'm not doing a good job paying attention to the video game, am I? I'm a bit too busy explaining that walk guts are fucking disgusting. And if I were these characters, I certainly would not want to be wearing them all the time. You only really need them to sneak through hordes. I played a Walking Dead VR game. It was actually pretty good. Saints and Sinners, by any chance? I've heard good things about that game. I technically own it because it's on PlayStation Essential. It was one of the monthly games a couple of months back. But I've heard good things, and I really am hoping to get around to it at some point, being the massive Walking Dead fan that I am. You need to keep up, girl!
I mean, we're almost there, right?
I hope so. It's getting so damn cold.
So now we're being direct and harsh and cruel towards Rebecca, despite being all lovey-dovey earlier.
Not until we're with the others.
The fierce
We need to make sure
inconsistency,
everyone else
I
is
love
out.
it.
Luke, Sarah, Kenny. God damn it. What if
It was quite hard, you got little gun ammo. Well, that's more realistic. For Apocalypse, you've
They
got to
aren't.
be strapped for
Nothing to
ammo.
do
You need
about
to be
it.
resourceful
Don't
with
even
what
say things
limited
like that.
resources you have.
Fine. Sorry.
Jesus. I don't even know if we're safe. What if the herd is still following us?
Well,
fine.
given that you walked
quiet.
against it
No,
and the walkers would still be at the mart where all the
Gotta
fresh
keep
meat is, I'm pretty sure, as Clementine is about to put
We're
it,
okay.
we're
We'll meet up with
okay.
everyone soon.
You're being outsmarted by an 11-year-old!
Yes.
We
Anyone
need to
remember
keep up
that
with the
old
pace.
quiz show, Are You Smarter Than a
No.
10-year-old or Are You
Just
Smarter Than a 4th grader or
as
something
fast
like
as
that?
I
For answer to every single one of these adults in this game is no.
I know
You
I
are
should be
not
glad that we
smarter
escaped, but I just
than
can't stop
a
thinking
10-year-old
about
or a
the
4th
others.
grader. Because Clementine is here,
How could I
and
live
she's
without her?
outsmarting all of your asses.
It was stupid.
What was? Escaping?
Look, I know we all agreed to use the herd to
I
get
have
out.
seen Across the Spider-Verse. I saw it day one. I saw it Thursday evening,
It worked.
and I
You call that
loved
We
it.
could've... I don't know.
The plan
Yeah, the
worked.
plan
We
works.
got out of there.
Plan
Most
worked,
of
it was
us-
just some horrendous
Look, I
execution
know that so
of
many
said
people didn't
plan.
make it, but Carver was crazy. Staying what
Oh, he was one crazy.
I'm just saying that if people hadn't panicked,
Oh, it's basically the
this might turn out
perfect
better.
sequel,
Of course.
and I love
We
me a
panicked.
perfect
We were
sequel.
scared.
The plan was good.
Across the Spider-Verse has
The
gotten me
execution
so
was
excited
messy.
for Beyond the
That sounds an
Spider-Verse.
awful lot like you're saying it was.
Like, I went into
What?
Across the
No,
Spider-Verse
no,
with
that's
very
not
high
what I'm
expectations,
saying.
because Into the Spider-Verse is one of my
Just-
favourite films of all time. Easily top 10 material. It's one of my favourite comic book movies of all time. Top
I have
3
to stop.
material for comic books
I'm
is my
sorry.
favourite Spider-Man
I don't wanna
movie of
slow
all
us down.
time. Point is, Into the
just had a minute.
Spider-Verse gets a lot of praise, and boy does it fucking deserve it. So going into this film there were high expectations, and this film met those expectations with flying colours. In fact, it exceeded those expectations, because I was going into this film thinking,
How am I
it'll
supposed
probably
to be
be
here
a
for this?
fraction as good as Into the Spider-Verse, which would still make it a pretty damn good movie.
Alvin.
He's
It was
dead
as
serious.
good, if not
Thanks to
even
that
better than the last
fucking
one.
madman back there.
Kenny might know what to do. He had a family.
Let's
Isn't
hope he
that
made it to the
convenient?
appointment.
It's actually a little bit less convenient that they have a relatively big group here and absolutely nobody knows anything about any of this.
What are you
Besides
going to do
Kenny.
with it?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, if you had a
sorry.
room full of 8
Just
people, I'm sure at
open
least 2 of
conversation.
them knows a thing or two
No.
about
What do you mean by that?
pregnancy and
Who with
giving
what?
birth. You'd hope
My
so.
baby?
I'm just looking at the worst case
It's a
scenario.
natural part of life. You know,
planning
everyone
people
had
as
to
a
be
baby
birthed
by
into this world at
themselves.
some point or
Not out
another.
here. I just mean it's going to need food, and you know.
Well, we certainly won't be abandoning
Can't
it!
just abandon it.
Hey, whoa! I never said you should abandon it. I just mean...
Oh, you implied it, Jane!
Everyone you'd want to.
I should change this title. We aren't even hating on Sarah for 2 hours straight. We're hating on Jane because Jane is so hate-worthy. If there's ever a character that I justify hated, it is
Me and
Jane.
my sister, we
What?
were...
She died? I don't need your pity.
Oh, I would wait 15 years
You
for a
don't.
Spider-Man sequel because if it
You
waiting
don't have
longer
the right.
means that Beyond the
Jane.
Spider-Verse can be anywhere near as good as the first two.
Shit.
I'm not sorry. We are keeping quiet. She can walk off, sulk, and think about what she's done. That's Jane I'm speaking about here, but say, Beyond the Spider-Verse, I don't care how long I have to wait for it. If waiting longer means it's a masterpiece, but I'm pretty sure they've already finished the movie, which is why it's coming out next year. But still though, I have every confidence it's going to be a masterpiece. I don't care how long I'm waiting for it, I'm so excited, all the same, and time isn't going to change that.
We were starting to worry no one else would make it.
And say, if Beyond for Spider-Verse is even a fraction as good as the first two, this is going to be one of the greatest trilogies of all time, hands down. Where the fuck is everyone?
We were hoping you would know.
This memorial works fine as a meeting spot. No way we can stay here long term.
I told you.
No
That's why
shit,
we're
it doesn't
waiting.
have
And
walls.
as soon as everyone else gets here, we'll figure
Even
something
places that
out.
do have
wanted to
walls
leave
still
it
seem
on
to
us.
find a way to fall somehow in the zombie apocalypse. Oh, sorry, for Walker apocalypse. There are no zombies in this game. They're walkers, they're roamers, they're geeks.
He flipped out on me. Started yelling. Scary shit.
I know, he probably didn't mean it. But it was scary.
I don't care about Serena, but Kenny's hurting right now, and that's just
Sarita's on her way out.
that's really painful for me emotionally.
Is,
Kenny deserves
Is he
better.
gonna take care of her?
Jane,
I know it's not pretty, but it's better than the alternative.
This isn't the first time Kenny's seen someone get bit.
How'd it go last time?
It didn't go well, did it?
It was too hard for him. He might need your help.
Clem, I was thinking now that you're here, maybe you could go talk to him.
Oh, once again, we're gonna have Clementine do it all the heavy lifting. Let's just rely on this 11-year-old girl for the sake of our survival.
It's alright, Sarita.
It's a good thing that Clementine is a good person to put your reliance on to, isn't it? But even
Right,
then, that
till the end.
somewhat goes both ways. The game is a little bit too focused
Kenny.
on being cruel and harsh towards Clementine. It just really wants to batter and beat this girl down to pulp.
You think I don't know what y'all are whispering about over there?
Yeah,
Say
say.
we just wanted a little fucking
Bit
time
harsh.
off.
This game really wants her to suffer. I don't know what this poor fictional girl did to the developers of this game to justify them
It's okay.
really
It's okay.
going out of their way to torture her like
The
this.
truth is, we're gonna do what
But here we are. Apparently she did something. I don't know.
that this shit world dealt us.
I'm just worried about
You
you.
hear that, babe? Clementine says she's worried about me. I'm sorry that Sarita dying has got your little head all worried.
Hey, nothing I could
How
do.
things turned out, I think I might have preferred you do nothing.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Next time someone's died, we'll just do nothing. I'm okay with that.
I tried to save
Look
her.
at her. I said, look at her.
Oh yeah, she looks real saved to me.
She is going to die because of you.
Oh yeah, it was Clementine's fault that she got
because
bit.
you're a little girl, you can just get people killed and no one will care. That because you're
Oh yeah,
sorry,
God really
you
did just
magically
wake up
go
and choose to
away?
bully little girl. That's pretty much how it happened.
How it works.
Always send the poor 11-year-old. Yep. This game loves to bully Clementine. That's the most unrealistic part about it. It's just so unnecessarily harsh and cruel toward her. But in a way, that's what helps her character build so strong over the next few games. And this leads on to some incredible character growth. In fact, Clementine's arc throughout this game solely is rather impressive. She starts to learn that she can rely on herself as much as other people grow to rely on her.
Penny's really mad at me.
Clem, you can't just expect him to bounce back.
Oh! So now Rebecca's blaming us too! I hate these people. I hate them so
Still,
much.
doesn't exactly help
I
us
hate to
figure out
hate
what
them.
we're
I don't
doing
actually
now.
hate them. I love to hate
No
them.
food, no water. It's getting damn cold, and we're losing daylight fast.
I think
the
y'all
others
should
get
get
back,
some
we'll know
stylish
what to
jackets
do.
like Clementine if you start to
We'll
feel a
have
bit
a plan.
cold. You know, get some
Okay,
matching
well.
uniforms going.
Mike, Bonnie.
Gonna be
Mike's
very
got a
convenient
point.
when a horde
Can't just
starts
keep sitting
coming
around
or
waiting.
people start shooting at us and we
Things
can't
are
tell each
difficult
other
enough right
apart.
now, and soon you'll have a baby on your hands too.
What, suddenly you're pretending to be concerned?
We should go find Luke and Sarah. If they're in trouble, we might be able to help them.
Clementine's right. After everything,
Yeah, let's find
after all
Sarah
this,
already,
if there's any
so I
chance
can
we're still
hate the
alive.
damn character. That's the
I'll
only reason I
go.
want to find her, so she
Clem
can be
can
the
come with me.
blunt end of all my jokes. Because here's the thing, Sarah doesn't have it nearly as hard as Clementine in this game.
Thank you.
Especially
Listen,
given Sarah's naivety,
if
like
anything
things
goes
can
wrong
happen in
you
her
got
life and
something to
she
protect
doesn't even
yourself?
understand the full extent
You
to
got
it, not
this.
at least as much
You
as
don't think I'd
Clementine
need to.
does.
I don't know, but you better keep that close.
She's mature beyond her
on,
years, so much so that I can't even say the word beyond without adding a unnecessary H in there. It's beyond now, apparently. Throughout this game, Clementine is 11, so she starts the first game 8, but the first game takes place over a couple of months, well, a few months, about 4 or 5 months-ish. So she goes from 8 and ends the game 9, so she's 9 at the end of the first game. Throughout the whole of this game, she's 11, except for the beginning of the sequence with Omid and Krista, where she's about
Look,
10, I
I'm on level
believe.
with you.
Or at least
You
she's
should know
9,
that finding a
turning 10
friend-
soon.
That's a shot in the dark.
So she's 11 in this game, she's 13 in the next game, and she's 16 in the last one.
Well, then why'd we come out here?
Because you
I
suggested
want
it, you're the
something
wise one here,
away
Clem.
from them.
Oh yeah, sure.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
have
that's why
made it
she
this
said. We
far
know why
if you
Clem's
weren't
here
smart.
already.
But
That's why Jane's here.
I just gotta warn you.
Yes, yes, get your typing fingers ready to hate on
Group is
Sarah,
talking.
get them all warmed
I've
up.
seen it before. And, well, a lot of times,
But yeah, that
It's
answers
better
your
to be on
question.
your own.
Clementine does stay 11 throughout this entire game, but throughout each game, throughout each season,
you
she
see
grows
what
up that
I'm
little bit
talking
more,
you don't
and we
wanna
get
be
to
here
see
when they
her
start
age.
turning on each other.
You know, bad stuff happens.
I mean, that's
to
the
you when
best,
you're
most
alone,
compelling part
too.
about playing these
But
games
your
from
odds are
beginning
better.
to end.
There's
Like,
nobody
you
to watch your
grow
back.
up alongside this
And when
character.
something does
And if you played these
happen,
games when they first came out
there's
as well,
nobody
you
there
would
to
have
help you.
been 18
How
when
much
you played
help
the
is
first
Penny
game,
gonna
and then
be?
when you played the last
What he's
game, you
going
would have
through?
been
He's more of a liability than anything.
26?
And
Around about that.
Rebecca's
The games are about, say, 8 years
situation
apart.
Is not making things better back there.
So if Clementine was a real
You
person,
get enough
she would
broken
be
people
going
together,
alongside
well,
the
you're gonna
games
get her
at the
broken
same
decisions.
age years in the games.
Have you just kept to yourself this whole time?
Of course not. But sometimes you gotta learn the hard way.
Hmm.
I'm trying to save you that trouble.
Yeah,
For what it's
Jane's
worth,
methods,
I like
her
most of the people in
teaching,
your crew,
they are
but groups fall
abysmal.
apart.
My best advice
People
is
get
not
killed.
listen to her advice. Even better than my
Then
advice
why
where you
did
don't
you
listen to
bring
my
me with you?
advice. And that's really saying something because that
I'm
advice
just
in
trying
and
to
of
give you the
itself
tools you need
is
to make
great
it, if
advice.
you wanna. Like your jacket. It looks
Yes,
worn,
Owen,
but
Sarah.
a walker will
We
bite
hate
right through that.
Sarah.
My sister Jamie had a good leather one. Wish I still had it. You coulda.
Hey, I have a leather jacket. What lot of good is it going to do them? But I have one all the same. Yeah, it was very cool how you travel through her life.
I always wanted a sister.
You don't love Sarah, Owen.
I
That
used
is
to
wrong on
make
every
my
conceivable
babysitter,
level.
Sandra, play a game that we were secret sisters. It was stupid kid stuff.
We never even met Sandra, now I feel bad for
Being
her.
a big sister is.
Oh, these games
well,
are depressing.
It's funny.
With the emotional impact they leave on you long after
Really
the credits
easy to
roll
be
is what
mean.
makes the whole ordeal worth it. I prefer when games make
know,
me feel stuff. This
hide her
game
toys,
makes me feel
make fun of her bad
things.
haircut, give her the bad haircut on purpose. I mean, I did put the gum there. I figured I should get it out.
Is that really what it's like having a sister?
No, it's not all bad. But what could I do? She thought I was her best friend. I couldn't go unpunished. Every summer we.
So in other words, she was your best friend.
But the best part wasn't the rides. It was that nobody knew us there, and I'd pretend we weren't sisters. Just
Ooh, bit
friends.
harsh. Oh, and newsflash, people tell immediately when you're siblings or not. You tend to have this thing called resemblance. Me and my sister would be walking down the street and you'd immediately think that we were siblings. You tried to like Sarah and wind up failing.
Only because they're fresh. Take a look.
Okay, some actual good advice.
Credit cards and busted old
It's about time we got there. I knew that eventually, after spewing all this shit, that eventually we'd come across gold with Jane.
They might have useful stuff.
You know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But we was talking about Clementine growing up throughout these games. The problem with that is that you practically raised this girl, especially if you play these games when they first come out. Waiting 8 years from the start of the first game to the end of the last game. It is about a wait well over 8 years. You practically raised this girl. That's what really increases your investment in her arc. I didn't play these games when they first came out. I played these games, I binged through them when I bought this Telltale Definitive Series, and I still felt that emotional connection, so I can imagine how much more stronger it would have been for people who had to wait through this. Dab just disowning her own sister. That's exactly what she did. Well, without stuff, that's for sure.
Stuff? Stuff? Just stuff? Well, you already sound like a teenager.
Yeah, just stuff. But here we are, back at, or at least as close to as possible, where the stream decided to go and crash on me the last time, which is why Art of Skies is asking, are we back? Yeah, we back. Welcome to the stream there, Wilfred. Amazing to see you there, my friend. And here we are talking about teenagers. We have Teenage Clem to worry about in the next game, and Teenage Clem, to no one's surprise, is the highlight of the next game. I am so looking forward to Teenage Clementine. Let's go.
That was when I got my hair cut like this. That's it.
Well, as well as that, we can't have no long hair for walkers to be grabbing.
Nail file. These things are great. Sharpen a blade, strike a flint. Amy always had one in her purse. It jabbed my hand when I went reaching in.
Versatility is exactly what you want in a zombie apocalypse. For more versatile an object,
Never be
for
too
more
short,
ways in which you can be resourceful. It can be resourceful in nature to provide you with exactly what you could need in a given moment. And as always, it's better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. Except for guns, no one should have guns.
They're Sarah's.
The apocalypse is
Looks
one
like
thing,
your
but in
friend
real
didn't make
life, gotta
Sorry.
draw a line somewhere.
I don't know what to tell you.
Calling her Sarah would be stupid, so let's just tell her straight up. This doesn't mean she's dead. I hope she's not dead. We have 2 more hours yet to hate on her.
Getting your hopes up.
Hello, Mr. Test Dummy. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Say, but...
Sarah! God damn it.
Shit. Okay, come on.
I wonder who
We
that
gotta
could
find a
be.
way in.
Could possibly be
Looks like
Sarah,
there's
could
an
it?
opening over there. Look, we're gonna go do this, but it might not turn out the way
Oh
we want it
yeah,
to.
I've watched Across the Spider-Verse.
prepared
It's
for what we
such
might
a
find
damn good movie. I love Across the Spider-Verse.
I think I am. Yes.
I hope so.
I don't even know what I was responding to right now. I was not paying attention. I'm trying to read comments right here because it seems as though the chat has broken. So the previous stream just broke altogether, and now this stream, the chat has broke within 3 minutes. Could that be Igknighttefire? Yep, that's me. I'm that guy. Or is that guy me? Who knows?
They don't sound too good. Clock is ticking.
Well, shut up. Let's get to him already. I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
know you are. We need to get a better look.
Better look. Walker there. Walker there. Kill Walker.
Fence to get the other.
Bingo bongo, you done zone.
Go for it.
I'm a genius. I mean, not quite on Clementine's level, but a genius all the same. Don't do that. Do better.
Nice work. You know what you're doing. Now watch this.
Barely.
Got a nice
Oh, the
little
chat's not
addition
broke
to your
again.
arsenal.
Yay! Welcome to the stream, Valley View, and it's SpongeBob time. Oh yeah, it's SpongeBob time. Because, you know, SpongeBob and The Walking Dead have so
Take
much
out
in
the knees
common.
first. Then, put a knife in the back of its head when it's down. Alright, let's get a look at what
Truth be
we've got
told, I
on
just think
deck.
the characters of SpongeBob are just characters who've died in The Walking Dead and have descended into hell, which is Bikini Bottom. There you go, there's the correlation between the two.
It's gonna take some work to get over there.
This is inconvenient. Frickin' lurkers, am I right? And those of you who read the comic books knows exactly what I refer to when I say lurker. And come on, zombies, if you're gonna go for the kill, at least don't be so lazy about it. Be more honourable in life.
Do the knee thing. Nice trick, huh?
Or, you know, I suppose be more honourable in death. I suppose is a more appropriate way of putting it.
That's a lot of walkers. They look worth
Nah!
something.
Just a
And
handful,
what
I'm
gets
sure
the
we'll be
interest of the
fine.
dead?
This is clever time we're talking about
People.
here. Badass.
How do we get in?
Any number of zombies don't
make
stand a
enough noise on
chance. I
this
almost
side,
feel sorry for zombies
the
when
more
when
those
it's come
walkers
time they
over
have to
here.
fight. They just stand no
And we
chance.
might just be able to go through that other trailer and get to your friends. What do you think of that?
Oh yeah,
make some
noise will
noise.
work.
Right. What's going to grab their attention?
Well, there's a truck
Got you
there
covered.
for one. Yep, just a casual Tuesday, even though it's Monday. Hello, Luna Lander. Welcome to the stream. We're discussing about how much Art of Skiles hates Tuesdays. He has compared Tuesdays to hell. In why the heck not? Tuesdays are the absolute worst day of the week. If I could eliminate one thing from existence, it would be Tuesdays. That being said, what we've got to do here is back out and find something very convenient to rest upon the horn. Like, I don't know, a dead walker, maybe? Hello, Offbeat Willie. Welcome to the
What are you
stream.
thinking?
If we lean him on the horn, it'll keep honking and draw the walkers.
Just like moths to a flame. Give me a hand.
Most useful dead guy in the history of dead guys. I finished Forbidden West a couple of days ago and it was so good. Oh, Forbidden West is incredible. The gameplay mechanics are so refined and in-depth.
Come on!
It is often overlooked just how good the hand-to-hand combat in that game really is. Like, everyone always talks about, oh, the weapons, the machine design. People forget to mention that the hand-to-hand combat has some of the most depth of any action-oriented game I've ever played. It's the things you're capable of doing and the combinations you can create gets absolutely
We gotta move it.
crazy. And boy, do you need to be insanely good on the harder difficulties. I've been playing the game recently on the hardest, most difficulty, and you cannot just go in all guns a-blazing. In fact, you could barely even do that on the lighter difficulties. It demands
Hey, are you guys in
strategy.
I don't think that's getting through to them.
No, clearly it's not.
Just get us in there.
Just smash the door in Clementine. Use some of that ungodly strength. There we go. Carl! Don't worry, Carl isn't in this game.
Help me block this! Hurry!
These games pride themselves in being independent from the main continuity.
Sarah, please. Who's out there?
Luke,
They have their own original cast of characters, and instead... They do... loosely tether back to the comic books and the fact that they're set in the same universe. We really need to get going. I need to shut up, but we need to get going.
I would have left already.
But yeah, they're set in the same universe, and occasionally comic book characters will sneak over. In A New Frontier, we see Jesus in a handful of the episodes, so that's going to be really fun. Spoilers ahead for A New Frontier, I guess. But we're going to see Jesus.
Sarah, look.
In the first game, we got Herschel and Glenn in the very first episode. And then in the 4th season, we don't get a comic book character, but we do get a character from a comic book group. We get a character from the Whisperers, which is interesting. We're just going to remain silent.
Guys, we can't do this. We can't
Why
stay
the heck
here.
not? I'm a bit horrified by the situation right now.
Out of it. Okay, I tried to carry her, but I guess Carver messed me up pretty good back there. I don't know, it's just after Carlos, she just lost it. Started running through the woods like a maniac. I chased her for I don't know how long, and then while she saw this mobile home, made a beeline right for her.
Sarah, snap out of it so we can survive and I can hate you for the next 2 hours.
What are we gonna do about her?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Gotta
Jesus
do
is in
something.
this game as well. He also,
Maybe she'll listen to me.
he's also in this game because he's the one that
Listen,
cursed Clem.
We're gonna tear this place open pretty soon. We can't stay. So we gotta get her up, or we gotta...
This world is only usually cruel against her because, boy, no character in this game have it nearly as
Trying
bad
for
as she
hours.
does.
I could barely get her to look at me.
Especially in the first episode.
Well-
The first episode prides itself in bullying Clem. And at the end of the day, she has to stitch herself up. It is badass. And you wince alongside it. That's the best kind of gratuitous violence. Ones that really make you wince and feel that same pain as the characters. It invests you in the situation. I'm not hugging this monstrosity. I don't want germs to cross over to me.
Okay? It's important.
Let's be blunt about this. She's too naive to take the bluntness to her face. Speaking of faces, she does not have a good one.
Maybe it seems like you're all alone right now, but you're not.
Heartwarming Clan for the win!
Jane and me. We came here because of you. All of us in the group. We're your family now.
Crap, we're surrounded.
It's okay to be upset, but not to the extent where you are a liability and
What
you're
about the
literally
skylight?
forcing people who love
We
you
got it.
into a dangerous situation.
There's no time.
Clem.
We can't be kids anymore, Sarah. You need to grow
Oh
up.
yep, childhood has been gone and thrown out the
There aren't any
window.
other choices.
Get to the skylight now.
Apparently
Come on,
tough
I'll
love,
push.
a bit like how Lee taught them. You know, it doesn't quite
What's going on back there?
work
ribs.
for Sarah.
We're gonna
Same
need something to
techniques don't
stand
work
on.
for different
Luke,
kids. It's
get
simple
over
as
here. Help me
that.
hold this. Clem, see what you can find.
I haven't beat
Can we use
Hogwarts
this?
Legacy yet, but it's a good game.
Not big enough.
Of course not. There's a milk crate. What we can use
Can we use
is
that?
the furniture.
Yeah, that would work.
What? Oh, shit.
I know, highly inconvenient of the furniture is in front of the door trying to block the walkers from getting in.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, Luke, put your back into it.
Clem! Clem, help her! Help Jane!
Okay, go. Keep pushing. Go.
Well, now you've created a pinch point. You know, those walkers can't get through quickly because they're going to be tripping over one another.
Luke, you first. We need you up top.
Okay, come on!
Clem,
Sarah, we have to go. Are you listening?
now, Clementine.
Yes, that's what Sarah's
She doesn't
listening
want to
face
go. You
looks to.
can't make her. Don't let her take you down too. Not again.
Oh, it's time to
I
prove
know
Jane
what you're trying to
wrong.
do, and it's not going to work.
What I'm trying to do is keep her alive as long as possible,
Snap
so
out
that I
of
can
it,
hate
Sarah.
her for even longer. It's hard to hate a
Can't
character who's
save her,
dead.
Clem. We have to go.
That's just disrespectful.
Believe me, I know about this.
Hurry up!
Time to slap her out of it!
Clementine!
That was the greatest possible response right there. That is savage and I love it.
Gotta go.
Sarah.
Come on.
Haha, footy slap.
Okay. Look, I hate to ask this, but are we there yet?
We're not far.
Luke, are you an 8-year-old? Are we there yet?
You did good getting out of there. Now you gotta keep it up. But
She did good. You're the one who snapped her out of it.
just
Oh yeah, we're
don't
well
let me
aware you're
down.
not okay. You're many things, and
Please.
okay is not one of them.
She just needs a little time, Clem. Leave her be for a bit. I don't know about
I
this.
personally vote that we slap her again.
The way she is, she's gonna cause problems.
What happened in there? When
You
we
see,
went
that's
in
why I
there,
love
you
Luke's
were ready
character
to
so
help,
much.
but
She's a
then
child at
something
heart.
changed.
Look, I'd seen that kind of thing before. I just didn't want to stick around for the bitter end. Sorry.
That makes this character more enjoyable
I
is
don't mean to
all.
sound harsh. It's just the way things are.
Well, would you
Does
leave
that
me
mean you'd
behind?
turn on me if I was hurt or something?
No. I mean, Clem. It wouldn't happen.
She's asking her the difficult
And
questions.
just
Ones that
because you
she
got her
is
out of there
fearful
today doesn't mean you
to
saved her. Trust me.
acknowledge, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. I don't
tried
know,
to
words
save
are
Jamie
hard.
too, but she gave up.
But it just means that Clementine is once again outsmarting her. For hard questions are the ones that you need to face, and by Clementine forcing these people to
can't
face them, she's almost bringing out
As
the
soon as
best
you
in
guys
everyone
said go,
around
I was the
her.
first one up on the roof.
That's
I
her
had already made
trait,
up my
that she
mind.
brings out the best in people. That's what makes her, you know, a
You can't
spark,
let it eat away at you.
lighting, being our only source of light, I suppose. She's our one beacon in
Well,
the
I can't
darkness. Because boy, this is
I
a dark
dragged
and
my
cruel
sister
world, as we've
across 4
stated already.
And every morning she'd say
And
she wasn't
boy,
good
does
enough.
Clementine deserve better.
So I'd
Yeah, here
convince
we
her,
are,
or
with some
push her,
compelling
goddamn
character
carry her if I
writing.
had to. Until this time,
Boy, I love content in these games,
walkers
don't I?
cornered us, forced us up to the roof, and when they kept coming, I couldn't make her jump, couldn't throw her. So I tried something else. I told her she could have what she wanted, and I left her there. Jumped to the next building over by myself.
You left your sister?
How could you leave your sister?
I don't know. It killed me for a long time. But I
As
finally
it
realized
should!
that I'd
You're
put
a
her first
horrible
and last
person, let
in
that
mind.
sink
All she
in.
really wanted was for me to let her go.
Jane abandons anyone
Sarah
who
was happy
ever
too.
loved her, that's her problem, and then she tries to
No
blame
regard
the
for her
world
own
on it.
safety, or ours.
Sarah
She
and
loses
Jamie
her
aren't the
trust
same
as a
person.
fault of her
You don't know if
own.
she'll end up like that.
She
People
is
don't
very good
change.
at pinning blame on others,
Come on,
which
let's
again
get back to your friends.
is why I hate her. Boy, next episode is going to be a fun one. I'm not going to spoil anything that happens, but boy, are there going to be some choices that not only result in gratuitous violence, our absolute favourite in the series, they also result in the swears, another favourite of the series. We fucking love the swears.
Son of a bitch. You found him.
But on top of that, the decisions
I'm
are just
little amazed myself, to tell you the
so much fun to execute.
If it weren't for Clem and
It's like
Jane,
Order
I
66.
don't know what would have
Execute it. Do it now.
Sarah, how you doing, hon?
You know what? Rather than looking forward to the future, rather than wishing a life away, let's enjoy the moment
That's okay, sweetie.
amid the
Whatever you're
ruins.
I'm just glad you're here.
Amid being amongst.
Is that baby coming soon?
Oh, I'll be okay. Just help me walk around a bit. I'll fill you in.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
do that.
Clem, could you come over here with me for a minute? I ain't gonna sugarcoat this. That baby's coming even faster than Rebecca's letting on. But I was hoping you might
I don't think
know.
Rebecca's
Does
exactly letting
Luke
on that the
know
baby's
anything about
nowhere
babies?
near coming at this point.
Has he, I don't know, mentioned Carlos teaching him anything?
Kenny had a family. He could help.
Yeah, he's
Where
not
is he?
really in much of a state to help anyone right now. But that's the thing, that's Kenny's purpose. His purpose is solely to help others. So when it comes to his need
He
to shine,
brought Sarita in there not
when it
long
comes
after
to his
he left.
moment, he will be
I
there.
don't know if he's...
He's the
Don't
kind of
he?
character who has to act as the gentleman. He
Makes
has to
sense.
one up everyone. He has to see everyone. He has to see
I don't
everyone's
think he's
respect
doing
for
well.
him.
We need to get him to come out.
I agree, but with the way he's acting, I don't know if we should be ganging up on him. I think if it's just you, someone he knows well, you might be able to get through to him.
Does Kenny and Cover Time really know each other that well? I can't even recall a single moment in the first season that they spent alone together. Then again, you would assume all of that would be off camera. You're outside of the game's timeline. You know what they say about assumptions, they make an ass out of you and me. So that's why you gotta be ultra careful when you're making them. Mm-hmm.
We need your help with Rebecca's baby. No one else knows what to do.
She didn't want me to wait, but I had to. In case by some crazy chance, she didn't come back. That beautiful face. So I waited. I thought maybe she'd be different. You know what it feels like to get beaten almost to death. Peaceful. It feels peaceful. It was like I was floating away, watching the whole thing happen to me. And then I woke up again, and nothing's changed. I'm still taking a beating. Every day. Duck, Katya, Sarita. No peace. No rest. Punches just keep coming.
Let him talk. Get it all out, man.
Carver have just finished me off. Obviously, I ain't helping anyone by being here. Damn. Sometimes I forget you're still just a kid. I'm sorry, Clementine. It ain't right of me to burden you with all this.
That's more than I get. Apologising to
Now,
my
don't
girl
worry
over
yourself about
here.
this. It's nothing. Hadn't killed me yet, anyway.
It looks like it must hurt.
Oh, man.
Well,
She barely even winced at Carver, but that injury caused a reaction out of her. You're absolutely right, though. That was deep. I mean, the best thing to do is just to stand back and let Kenny speak. Being social sometimes calls for situations where you're just there with someone. Being there for someone doesn't mean you're always being social. It doesn't mean you're always interacting. Sometimes it just means being in the same room as them. Being in the same
How does
room
it
as
feel?
someone
Feels wet.
can be
That's
more
how it
infinitely
feels.
helpful to
What's
them
going on?
than you could possibly
Rebecca's water broke.
comprehend.
Oh, Christ. We should... I don't know what we should do.
Does that mean the baby's coming?
That means
Oh, no, the
we're
baby's
covered,
coming.
right?
Kenny, thank God. I think the
Engage
baby's
panic mode, because baby's
What do we
coming.
do?
All right. Give me a second.
No way can Rebecca trap her like this.
He's right. She's gonna make a lot of noise. They'll be able to smell her, too.
This place doesn't seem safe for a baby being born.
That map shows a couple of buildings nearby.
Again.
Maybe one of them could do the
A
trick.
lack of walls right now. Whatever walls this place had has already lost them. So why would you have any faith in walls that have already been
Seems like it
destroyed?
would be a good start. I'll go.
Good idea. Mike, Think you could go with her?
Sure thing.
I'll check the building by the river.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah, Kenny got
Kenny,
this.
you stick with Rebecca, and I will check the perimeter for walkers. Sarah?
Yeah, sure you
Sarah.
will.
You just stay here with Rebecca and Kenny, okay?
Clem, I know it must have been hard, but thank you for talking to Kenny.
I mean, I didn't really
I'd love for you
speak.
to give me and Mac a hand looking at the museum, but I was thinking, how do we know Jane ain't just gonna take off? Maybe you should go with her. Make sure she comes back.
What do you mean by that?
You know, she doesn't seem to like being around people much. And she volunteered to head off awful fast. I guess it could be nothing.
I don't know if Jane will come back. I think she's scared about the baby.
That's what I was afraid of. That's why it might be a good idea to have you go with her.
Kidding me, I don't
Something to
take
think
no
about.
suggestions from nobody. I gotta carve my own path over here. Least of all, I'm listening to body of all
We're looking for
people.
warm blankets, clean water, disinfectant.
That all
I would
sound
way
right?
rather just stay and
I
check on
wanna
Sarah, you know?
I'll help everyone else too.
Especially since if I
think that'd
check
be
on
good.
Sarah,
Yeah,
I'll be
sure.
more capable of
All right, everyone,
hating
you
on
know
her
what to
more
do.
appropriately.
Let's be fast, and let's be careful.
I mean, you can't be both fast and careful, surely.
Hey, Sarah. You know, Rebecca's starting to... They were going to leave me, weren't they? Of course not. Luke tried really hard to get you to come with him. How come you didn't leave me?
Oh, I thought about
Didn't
it.
talk to anyone? I thought maybe I should have. But I couldn't just leave you behind. I just want my dad. I know. When he...
Well, if you really want, we
when
can
he
go
gets here,
back to
we
the
should all go back to the cabin.
prison place.
We're safe there.
It was actually a supermarket. But point is, if you really want, we can go back there. We can find your zombified father.
Sarah, your dad. You know he isn't coming, right? Sarah?
I mean, we can't even find him zombified,
I think
unfortunately, because
that's
he
all she
did
can
get
take
shot
for
in the
now.
head.
She'll be alright.
Isn't that a shame?
The
At
other
least then we'd
story
have
is he's
Walker
got the
dadding.
supplies.
Okay, looks like we're off to
I'll
help
see
Mike
if
and Bonnie,
Mike
just
and
because
Bonnie
I
need
want
any
to
help.
ignore
Good. Don't be too long,
explicitly
keep it
what it was Bonnie said. Because just like all the other characters in this game, I hate Bonnie. Plus, the choice here has
guess
no
that's the
consequence
place
because
there.
you help them both anyway. This is the filler episode,
Not even
remember?
been
Nothing
inside yet.
happens here.
Glass all blown out, walkers hanging around.
Well, no way to find out until we
Stop
go
being so
and see for
cranky.
ourselves.
Stop being so cranky.
Sorry, I just really want sticking with y'all to work out. And it's been hard so far.
How about you make it up to us by helping out with those walkers up there?
Yeah, alright.
Jane showed me a good way to attack them. If you take out a knee, they always fall. And then you can stab them in the back of the neck.
A good smack to the head's always done fine for me.
Oh, famous words those right there. I mean, when you have that much raw strength that you look at a walker footy and its brain explodes, then yes, hitting him in the head is fine. When you're a small white Clementine, you gotta stun the damn
So the
thing.
knee is about halfway down the leg.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do this before more of them show up.
But yeah, keep in
Watch out
mind
for the
how
broken glass.
motivated Mike is to
It's all
stick
over.
with a group, how much he
Okay.
wants his group to work.
Somebody's already...
Because it's not like that's going to become an
that's
inconsistent
not a
character
surprise.
trait later on.
Still, might be
Definitely
something
not.
worthwhile left. Let's check it out.
Not in a while, though.
Let's just make it sweet. I really don't want to go back empty-handed.
Keep one eye on the woods while we're in here. I don't want nothing sneaking up on us.
I'll watch this side, you watch...
Cannon!
Do you think these work?
Nah, they're just for show. Be handy, though.
Also really loud.
Be handy
point.
though. Zombies only die by taking out the head. You put a hole in its stomach and it's gonna do jack.
You think maybe they say that stuff about water and blankets just to get people out of
Besides, they're good for very
you
specific
don't know what the
targets.
hell
When you
you're
have a
talking
horde
about.
of walkers this
You didn't
big and you
have
have
to
a
come
cannibal shooting something
No,
this
I
big,
wanted
it's not
Never
quite
mind.
as useful as he's letting on, is it? Plus, it requires a large amount of ammunition to fire. It's largely
Hey,
ineffective.
look at this. An old coat.
Nice. Good
So I
plan,
ask
Clem.
you, Mike, how?
You should head
How
into
exactly
it.
would a cannon be
It's gonna get a lot
useful?
colder before it starts getting warmer.
Somehow,
Maybe I could
we're
give
going to
it to
find a way for
Rebecca.
cannon to be useful later
That's
in
a
this
good
episode.
idea. I'm sure she'll
Whoopsie!
really
Spoiler alert.
appreciate it. I guess you've already got that old coat I gave you.
So despite everything I
Feel
just
so bad
said,
about
somehow,
everything that happened.
Mike's going to be
Hopefully
proven
you won't
right,
always think of me
and a
like that.
cannon
Not
will be
that
helpful
I'd
down the
blame you
line.
if you did. I haven't always used the best judgment.
You've got a lot to make up for.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true, so start doing it
Clem found
already.
the jacket.
It's great, but isn't Gray the,
It's times of
We
the
can't put
apocalypse,
back
you
in
know,
the Confederate code.
practicality
Oh,
should
I
go
didn't
above
even
all
think of that
else.
bad.
I don't think she's
Guess
going to
it's
give a
better than nothing,
fuck
though.
for jacket colour. A cannon is always useful, in every situation. Yeah, sure it is. Not like it's heavy, not like it's impossible to aim, not like it's ammunition. It is completely inefficient. That same ammunition could be
sure
spread
it's
across
science
multiple
through here.
shots.
Watch where you step.
You spoke over me! That's
Do you see
rude.
anything good?
Weren't you ever told it
Not
is
so
rude
far,
to talk over
but
people?
let's give the place a good going over.
Who am I kidding? Bonnie's so stupid she's probably never taught anything.
Any luck?
No, not so much. Unless you want some broken glass.
Broken glass could be very useful. More so than a cannon!
Souvenirs, huh? Looking for a keychain with your name on it?
No. Why would I want a keychain? I don't even have any keys.
Ah, good point.
Also, how many gift stores do you go to where you find the name Clementine? It's not exactly commonplace, is it? That's why I love the name so much. Anyway, what
I
else do we
tell
have
you,
around here?
I sure don't like being near a graveyard with the world the way it is now.
The way things are now. You're in a graveyard all the time.
Yeah, true enough.
Oh, he's got a point right there. Oh, it's freaking Bonnie again. Why am I going in circles? That's a good question. I probably shouldn't be going around in circles, and yet here we are. Oh, and now camera angles are messing me up. Blame the camera. Alright, let's just skedaddle already.
Over
Why
here.
is it that every single door we try to lift up is always jammed in some way or another?
Water!
It's
Water
largely
and flame, it's just
inconvenient,
what
and
we
you'd
need.
think at least one of them would be fine.
It's
Apparently
locked.
that's a
You
side
wanna kick
effect
it
of the
down?
apocalypse.
That'd make an awful lot of noise.
Yeah, maybe. You know, if somebody was small enough, they could maybe squeeze through that gap there.
I could try to pry it open some more, but I don't know if that'll help much.
Are you
No.
sure you can't get it
No.
open?
Had enough of you abusing
That's all right.
Clementine for your own
Maybe I
selfish
can just
gains.
reach through that
No!
lock.
Bonnie!
Well, it's a good thing Clem didn't go in then, isn't it?
Come in! Hold on!
I mean, I don't know why I bothered mashing X. It probably would have been better for us to have just left it. Let Bonnie fucking die. Yeah, now taking out his
Well,
knee seems awful useful. Stunning the
happened.
damn thing.
You okay, Bonnie?
It's just a bump. I'm gonna be alright. Christ, that would have been a stupid way to die.
Let me see your arm.
No, I didn't get bit, just old scars.
least now we got something to bring back.
I'll keep checking the other room.
Let's get this water.
Yeah, real sus there, Bunny. Real sus. Just think very strong thoughts.
Hey, I got this.
Or, you know, why don't you just drink a good gallon of it, and then it'll be lighter for you to carry. Not like everybody else could be using without
That looks
water.
pretty heavy.
That's all right. I know it looks like a lot, but we could all go through this pretty quick. Carver was crazy, but at least his shelves were always full.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll make a plan.
Everyone will have enough.
We'll make a plan of it.
That baby's gonna be hard on everyone, especially Rebecca. In between
Yeah,
you
but
and
we're
me,
gonna love it so
she's not
much.
looking
It's gonna have
for
cute little cheeks, and cute little hands, and cute little fingers.
Come on, stick close.
I just walked on in like I'd owned the place. Figure it'd make a nice meal.
We can
As far as you're
eat raccoon?
concerned, this is
I
for
need to
Raccoon's
shit
house.
on that raccoon. Not like.
Maybe
I mean,
ask for its
just that I'd be really
papers.
happy to eat
I'm sure
that
it has
raccoon.
papers.
I'm starving.
Fresh meat would go a long way with Rebecca.
Yeah.
Shoot! Don't let it get away!
Hey, she might not like raccoon meat.
Where is it?
I think it went
That's
over there.
assuming that she's ever tried raccoon before.
Over here.
Oh! Shoot! Dang it! Not with the walkers out there.
Bonnie, actually making a smart decision.
I'm even hungrier than I was before. How'd I get to a place where I'm sad I'm not eating raccoon?
Well, at least it was kind of fun.
Yeah. Huh. I guess it was. Come on.
You can't really guess if something was fun or not. You either found it fun or you didn't.
We don't have
You
much
don't
time
guess
to
you
waste.
found it fun. Make your mind up one way or the other, Bonnie. Man, Bonnie's so stupid. I hate Bonnie so much. So stupid. So stupid. Oh, I'll have a ton of fun hating Sarah, Art, and thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Amazing to see you as always. You've really around.
How long did your son take?
Dover, pretty good. Lots of folks probably been there before us.
Almost caught a raccoon, though.
What?
Yeah.
We thought it'd make a good meal, but it got away.
Damn. Fresh meat would have been nice.
Looks like you got some water, though.
We sure did.
Good. Good. We save all of that for Rebecca. Anybody else gets a thirst, you can go to the river.
You see, that's precisely what I was thinking. Water is renewable. It's not exactly like the world's going to run out of water anytime soon. Like 90% of it is made out of the damn stuff. Is it 90? I can't remember if it's 90% or not. It's a high percentage. It's more than 50, that's for sure. Land compared to the water is nothing.
Glad you made it back safe.
How are you feeling?
Scared. And it hurts. I wish Alvin was here.
Well, he'd be
Alvin
real
would be
proud
really
of you,
proud of you
that's for
right
sure.
You think so?
Missed a notification. Can you stop blocking my glorious face? That was awfully rude of you for a
I can't
moment
stop thinking
there.
about things I should have said to him. Things I should have talked to him about.
Alvin told me that he thinks the baby's gonna be a girl.
Oh, yeah? That big dummy.
Well,
never
we'll
did
find
make
out
sense for
soon
these days.
enough.
I've got a feeling this one's a boy. You're a good kid, Clementine. I'm glad you'll be there to watch out for this baby.
Oh, she has no idea.
I'm worried that we ain't seen Jane in a while. Go check on her, would you?
Yeah, go on ahead. I'll be fine.
Oh, I really don't want to though. Like a lot. Yep. Sarah's all curled up. I think we'd probably have more use out of a sponge. At least sponge can absorb things. Sarah's brain is so small, her skull's so thick, she has no ability of absorbing things like information and common sense. Therefore, I will take a sponge over Sarah any day of the week. Or, you know, pretty much anything else beginning in an S.
Clementine,
Sarah is the
here.
most useless S word. Even the letter S has more use to it than the word Sarah.
Oh, hey. Museum was a bust, huh?
Well, without
We
water.
found water. A lot of it.
Well, that's something, at least. Check this out. This gate's still locked.
Again, though,
Which
you can
means
find
that
water
hopefully
pretty
no
much
one's gotten
anywhere.
whatever was locked in there in the first place. I've been trying to get it open, but it's locked pretty tight.
That could be a place for Rebecca to have the baby.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I would say great minds think alike, but Jane's mind isn't great. So
maybe
Clementine's
I
mind
can
isn't
pick the
alike.
lock.
It's far superior in every conceivable
nail
fashion.
file?
Versatility is not overrated.
We never said versatility was a bad thing. Where are you getting
know,
this assumption from?
Wouldn't hurt to try
Freaking
a
Jane,
heavier
I hate
hand
Jane
at
so
this
much.
thing.
Jane is so awful.
See if you
Blah,
can
I
find
hate
something
Jane.
bigger.
Blah.
We might need to bust the mechanism.
That is the problem with this game. Like, Clementine and Krista are the only female characters I like in this game. Krista is only in the first episode, and Clementine is a fucking child. Why can't the writers for this game write women? Well, I suppose Serena's alright.
Find anything?
She's just more
No,
basic compared to
not
the other
even
characters. But in the case of this game, basic is better than trash. Video game just had to go blur the information on me. I was really looking forward to learning about the 1863 Civil War. I'm sure that information would have been crucial for killing zombies, but instead, nope, game just had to go blur it on us. Had not much choice in the matter.
I guess it's broken.
Well, if you looked through it and saw squat, then yes, that would be what a broken telescope looks like.
There were more cannons in the museum. Mike said they're just for show.
They fill them with cement, so they're safe.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just put our head in the very dangerous cannon, why don't we? Alright, that's how people get their heads blown off. Let's just check the gun. Is it loaded?
Oh, shit.
You okay?
Well, I guess it was.
Yeah. I think I almost had it. Keep looking.
Isn't that inconvenient?
There's some buildings across the river. I think I can
Speaking of
see
convenience,
a
it sure is a damn good thing
The
that
nearest
telescope
river
was
crossing is
working.
miles up. Rebecca wouldn't make it in her condition. Keep it in mind, though.
Jane, there's someone coming toward us.
Shit. He's coming this way. Who knows if he's
Fresh
anybody?
meat.
I don't like having some stranger sneaking around, so
Can we fight him?
could be too risky. I didn't get a good look at him. But we should scope him out and see.
He
what
is
he's up to. I don't
limping.
like having some stranger sneaking around so close to the others.
Hopefully,
Got enough
third
on
time
our
will be
plates
for
with the
charm
baby
this
coming.
time around.
We should just try and stay out of sight till he's gone.
Oh yeah, low risk, high reward. We're taking no risk. We're getting a high reward by
now.
just waiting him out. Of course it's a good call. Whatever Clementine has to say is a good call by default. This is Clementine we're talking about here. Though her choice of hiding spot wasn't particularly great. In real life, unless Arvo is the least most observant son of a bitch out there, otherwise, he is spotting Clementine there 100% of the time. And after having made the call to just wait him out, we're going to go ahead and speak to him anyway. Let's use the
Just
child
a
card.
kid.
We are
Please,
child. Don't
don't hurt
shoot me.
me.
I am child. Yeah, that's thrown him off guard a bit.
Do you understand me?
Yes. I'm Arvo.
He is nervous, clearly trigger happy. So what's Jade about to do? What's she going
I
to
don't want
do?
shoot anyone.
You don't have to shoot anyone. Just put the gun down.
What's Jane gonna do? She's gonna go for the mouth first, the idiot! Arvo
the
can
bag
still
down.
react to pull the trigger every time she covers his mouth. You go for the gun first.
Clem, make sure he doesn't have any other weapons in there.
Well, they're not going to be much use to him now. The bag is on the ground and away from him. Weapons being in there would be worthless to him. See, Jane is just so stupid.
No, I have no more guns.
I hate Jane so much. I
You
hate him
just need
so
to
much.
make sure
So
you're not a threat.
stupid.
Clementine,
Jane's
hurry,
stupid.
Please.
And yes, I meant to say it that way. That was a
Anything?
reflection of Jane's intelligence.
Whoa.
I'm surprised
That's
she can
some
even
serious
put full
stuff,
sentences together. I mean, I feel the same
No,
way
no,
about
no, no,
Sarah.
no. Take whatever you want, but don't take the medicine. It's for my sister. My older sister, she's sick. The pain makes her cry and...
Well, why are you hiding it then,
Please.
Genius?
If
If
that
you need the medicine
medicine's for
so
your
much, you
sister,
wouldn't be hiding it.
Why are you hiding it in the garbage?
I need to keep it... I need to keep it safe.
Oh yeah, the
Sister or
garbage is the
not,
perfect
we
place
could
for
really
keeping
use
things
that
safe.
stuff.
That's what I know the garbage
You are
as, the
not
place
nice
to keep
people.
all of my sacred,
You already
most
left me
important stuff.
defenseless,
When I
and
want to
you-
keep something
you take
safe,
my
what
sister's
do?
medicine.
I throw it away.
Hey, we've got people who are suffering, who need this medicine. Luke's still a wreck after Carver's. Kenny's a mess. Rebecca's in pain. Look at all of it. Clementine, we need
People
that
are
stuff.
suffering just as much as yours. You are not special.
Yeah,
Clementine, yes.
ceiling sounds like a
You
good idea. Let's do that.
I'm sorry, Arvo. We need these.
Let's just rob the man.
Fish, you hadn't done this.
Oh, you threatened us, son. That is a bad idea.
No, what are you doing? You don't have to do this. Just let me go.
Jane, don't do it.
You robbed the man already. Do we really need to take everything
Don't you
that's left?
ever
That
come
being
around
his
here
life,
again.
that's all he
I don't care if
has.
you do have some sick sister. The next time I see you, you won't just be walking away.
Oh, now that's what a threat looks like, Arvo. You should pick up a few things from her. Though Jane,
Can't believe I've
not a
gotten
great
into
role
this
model.
mess. Taking some stupid kid stuff. Like a bandit.
We should go get everyone else.
Yeah.
That was the best possible option there. Trust me. One of them makes you look like a dum-dum, and Clementine's
bring
no
those meds to
dum-dum.
the others and
Dum-dum
bring
is
everybody
reserved
back here.
exclusively for Jane and
We could get this
Sarah.
place open,
They are
and then we
dum-dum.
get moved in
Oh, and
ASAP.
Barney too. Now I pulled off a dum-dum, and I forgot the biggest dum-dum of all the dum-dums. Anyone would think I really hate these characters. But I love to hate him. I love to hate him so much. It's one of my favourite pastimes.
Clem, hey! Any luck with that observation deck? I was just checking on Rebecca and Kenny. They said they hadn't heard from you in a while. I don't guess there'd be much, but Jane seems pretty resourceful.
Yeah, we robbed
Jane and I
someone.
were trying to open the gift shop and a stranger showed up. He had a lot of medicine, so we took some.
What? You robbed him? Seriously? You
Jane told me to. Let's just throw her under the
Jane
bus.
told me I should take them.
And you just did it? Where is this guy now?
Jane took his gun and chased him off.
Well, I guess Jane's really rubbed off on you. Jane's still up there now?
Yeah, she's trying to get the gift shop opened.
You know, I can't figure her out.
Yeah, I knew turn him could have only
She really
resulted
lays it on
in
the line, but
something
at the
good.
same time,
Nothing
she
bad
didn't
come of
treat anything
that.
that counts.
Certainly not.
I'm never quite sure if she just done like people, or just plain out done like me.
I'm not sure we can trust her. She doesn't trust us. Not like we trust each other. It seemed like she would have left Sarah.
Yeah, but we didn't. And we won't. So long as we don't have somebody marching us in the wrong direction.
What do you mean?
Jane seems like the kind of person who gets tempered by hardship, you know? But when I look at Kenny now, he seems broken. Broken people get reckless. I know you got a history with him. Look, I think he's a good guy. At least started as...
And let's just throw Kenny under the bus while we're at
He
it.
always tries to do the right thing.
There's nobody
but
left
he's
who's not under the
the
bus at this
same
point.
anymore.
Might as well
Glad
rope
you see
Kenny
it
into it too. Man, my character is
I need
fiercely
to tell the others
inconsistent.
about the deck.
Yeah, good. I'll see you back there.
Shit! Oh, God!
Breathe like I told you.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Stop. Clementine!
Shit, walkers.
How'd they get that close without anyone seeing them? The hell's Luke?
Kenny, we've got to do something.
You just keep that baby safe.
Kenny? We
No
can't
harm
stay
shall
here.
befall such baby when Kenneth is around.
No, Jane and I found a place. I'll show you.
Good. Someone help me up.
Oh God, there's so many.
Mike, the water.
On it.
Very wise, taking orders from the wisest of you all, an 11-year-old girl. In fact, that's the wisest thing Mike has ever done, listening to Clementine.
Jesus. Clem, I don't think he's okay. He's losing it.
Nah, he's fine.
That isn't it.
Fine. We just need to get out of here.
Sure, but
This is a perfectly normal human activity to bash someone's brain in with a crowbar. In fact, I do that on the regular. Just a normal Monday morning for me.
Damn it!
For none of all seeing all respect. Oh my. Love us a bit of Kenneth. Despite having thrown him under the bus earlier. What can I say? I love riding up two characters. It's more fun to watch people argue. It's more compelling character drama.
Jesus,
When there's conflict between people.
Jane?
What?
Well, that explains why Luke missed the walkers surrounding us on the perimeter. He was a bit too busy with engaging in other matters.
What's going on? We got God knows how many walkers out there, which you were supposed to be keeping an eye out for.
Hey, hold on a second. Just tell me what's going on.
Hold on a second, I was busy, you know,
I'm reckless.
doing it.
You know, you got a lot of nerve, Kenny.
Luke, shut the hell up.
I didn't... Fuck. I'm sorry.
shit, right over here.
Well, I suppose it's in line with the rest of the game. After all, the previous episode did make a lot of dick jokes, so I suppose we had to have, you know,
We're doing everything
two of the
we
characters
can.
doing it eventually.
Try to stay quiet, if you can.
They're coming up the stairs!
You know what, I think that look was justified. Being quiet during childbirth is asking for too much, Clem.
I've been here before.
They can't rush us on the stairs! Shoot them before they get to us!
I'm going outside. I'll help hold them back.
Go. I've got Rebecca.
Here they come!
Here.
I love the fact that we stole the meds specifically for Rebecca and then just kind of forgot to give them to her. I miss input. This is bad from us all over again. There's my excuse, I miss input. I miss input. I didn't mean to side B there.
There are too many of them.
Shit! Keep shooting!
It was intended to be a jump, not a side B, I swear. Miss input.
Find something to block this gate!
Help us!
Oh,
We can
very
block the gate with
convenient,
this.
useful cannon around here. When I said the cannons would be useless earlier, I neglected to mention
Kevin, ready?
locking things.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit! Or I suppose I could do that instead.
Get back! Get back!
Oh, shit! Jane! Sarah, hang on!
Fuck! Fuck, hurry! I can't hold on!
Oh, dang it, not Sarah, come on, somebody save the poor woman.
You crazy?
So I can bully her a little
She's getting
more.
out of that. Pull me up.
I'm going to be a hypocrite this episode amongst all else.
We can't leave her without even trying. Just go!
I'm being hypocritical because I am complaining about developers bullying a child, and now here I am, also bullying a child. Well, it's convenient that Bonnie might be useless, but at least she's a good shot. So I suppose that doesn't qualify her as useless, but here I am calling her that anyway.
I'm trying.
Then again,
You
calling
have to
Bonnie
listen to
useless
me.
is pretty generous. That's rather inconvenient. Are you kidding me? We saved her for nothing. We saved her, only for her to die 16 minutes later. And the worst part is that now I can't justify bullying her anymore. And I liked bullying her. What was even the point in giving us a choice to save her if she's just gonna die 60 seconds later with no meaningful character in that time to speak of? Oh, hello there, Luke. You probably hear me from downstairs.
We need to break the rest of the deck.
Absolutely we do.
She's right, drop the whole
Of
deck.
course she's right. It's the second time we've already established that her calls are good by default. In fact, she doesn't make good calls. She makes great calls. Hey, don't temper with that. It's the thing we gotta do. You gotta loosen the bolts from the source of the trouble.
Look!
For accent cutting through the wire, but if the wire is taken away from the wall entirely, then that's where our solution lies.
They're getting closer.
I definitely can. I see window's open. If my window wasn't open, then I would be suffering from the heat right in here. Plus, I'm sure the whole neighborhood wants to hear me screaming. So I'm providing a service to the neighborhood by leaving my window open so they can at least hear the stream that's going on. Yes, this is definitely a Aloy tier moment. Besides Sarah's death, you know, that kind of sucked because I wanted to bully her more. Oh shit!
No.
Woohoo! Game really had me going there. They wouldn't kill a baby, would they? I mean, they have done it already. What happened to Krista and Omid's child? It is heavily implied that that did not end well. But thank God that was off screen. Outside the game's timeline, because I don't think I could have dealt with that kind of emotional turmoil. Then again, this game is known for taking cruelties a little too far.
Hey, Clementine.
Hey. How's he doing?
He's perfect. Who's a perfect little man? Who's the most perfect little man in the whole world? You are. That's right. You are.
He looks very much more like Alvin to me. If that's Carver's baby,
thank you,
then I have many genetical questions as to how the fuck that happened.
I just wish I could get warm.
Clem,
There is a significant lack of Carver in that baby's DNA right now.
Sorry, you know, about the color.
You really think I care about that? Do you want to hold him?
Oh, abso-freaking-lutely! I earned this! I earned this heartwarming moment. Oh, this puts a smile on my face.
There you go.
You're a natural.
Look at you, like a big sister.
Well, she did say she always wanted to be a sister.
You both should rest.
Well, she says she wanted to have a sister specifically. But you know what? A little brother, a significantly more littler brother. That's somewhat there, right?
Somebody's gotta watch you while Mama gets her beauty sleep. You never forget that smell.
Though Rebecca's looking a little rough around the edges. Can't be good up north where they are. She looks to be a little
Listen, I'm sorry.
hypothermic right now.
I've gotta go.
Go where?
Just away, okay?
Frickin' Jane.
You know.
This is why nobody likes you.
Sarah, I'm not gonna stick around and watch it happen to you too.
Excuse me?
You're a smart kid.
I'll be okay.
Sure.
Hell yeah, she'll be okay.
Time,
So long as I'm not controlling her, which unfortunately I am, so maybe I should retract that statement.
Listen, when the shit hits the fan, 'cause it always does, remember that you can make it on your own. It's not an option for everyone. If things start heading south, don't let them drag you down with them. You don't owe them anything. They'll make you feel like you do, like it's all one happy family. But when push comes to shove, you'll see.
I owe these people everything. They've kept me safe, looked out for me. I wouldn't be here without
I really
them.
wish this wasn't an option. It's a bullshit option.
No one
I
is
picked the
safe
option to
forever.
tell you just how, to show you firsthand how bullshit it was. Because let's remember how Clementine first met these people.
Take care of yourself. I mean,
They locked her in a shed
Here.
after a doctor could not tell the difference between a dog bite and a human bite. I am absolutely
Versatility
taking
is
nail
not
file because that
overrated.
versatility will come in clutch. I guarantee you that much.
Thanks.
yeah,
Especially since clutch and much rhyme, so it's
I,
clearly written in the stars at this point.
I gotta go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you around anyway. She's not really with this group, so her being there is almost kind of like taking away member. Jade is the equivalent of -1 person. So now that she's gone, our group has become bigger. When she won't be missed. But say, Clementine does not owe these people everything. She did perfectly well on her own when they refused to help her.
No.
And it takes a lot to admit
guess
when
we
you're
all
not
got stuff
okay,
on
but
our
Clementine has that kind of emotional strength to her.
Temperature's dropping. We're low on food. I think we gotta stay put for a while. You know, for Rebecca and the baby. So I'm thinking as soon as it gets light, Jane and I should go explore, see if we can find some place to scavenge.
Jane and you, that ain't happening.
What?
As you can tell from Clementine's
Jane
reaction,
left.
which is just absolutely...
What?
Oh, my heart
When?
has sank.
Just now.
Are you serious? She didn't say anything about leaving to me? What the fuck? Damn it!
Hey, keep it down.
Sorry. Sorry. Just... Jane's gone.
Really? Luke, of all the childish bullshit.
Childish?
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call it childish.
Lay off. No, you put our lives, this baby's life at risk, so you two could roll around like fucking teenagers.
Well, Kenny does have a point right there.
No, it's not all
Though I
right.
must admit,
You guys
you're
are
both being
acting like
jerks.
All you guys do is fight.
Oh, can't we all
I'm
just
sorry,
get along?
Okay, I fucked up. But you know what, Jane? She made an offer, and Jesus Christ, I needed it, okay? I mean, look around you, okay? Everything is shit. So forgive me for wanting to enjoy one moment of something else.
Fine. But
Oh,
this
Luke, don't take no
he's
shit.
what
I
matters.
kind of
Got
respect
it. So
what
get
that
your
he stands
shit
up
together.
for what he believes.
Is everything all right?
And you know, that trait can't rub it off on Clementine right now.
Everything
They
is
have a
fine.
tight-knit bond.
We're gonna need a good place
I
to
do wish
raise
we got
him, which
more of
ain't here.
Luke and
We gotta
Clementine in
push
this
on.
game. That's one of my
Head
main
north.
criticisms
Get to
behind it.
Wellington. That's our best shot.
There's a town across the river. It might be safe there.
Or at least
It's almost like we cut that out earlier using our
Kenny!
telescope, our very conveniently placed
I'm
telescope.
sorry.
Clem's got a point. That could be a whole town full of supplies, and not that far from here.
Whole lot better than here, anyway. Looks like that's our best bet. We need to get on the road as soon as possible. We leave at first light.
Whoa, whoa. What are you talking about? Rebecca needs rest. A few days at the least.
We've got that baby formula.
Luke's right. She needs to rest. We should wait a few days.
Maybe that's for the best.
Once
You don't
again,
wanna push
listening to
Rebecca too
Clementine is
hard.
the best damn
She's gonna be
decision
dead
y'all
too
just
soon.
made right there.
I'll be
Y'all
fine.
could have made. You could have made a whole bunch of crappy
All
decisions.
trying to get some sleep.
But listening to Clementine is on the
Just
far end of the opposite side of the spectrum. You'd think one would gain the wisdom to listen to her more often. Kenny, I don't like that disproving luck.
Sorry.
Okay, Bex? It's gonna be alright.
I think Clementine has done just about everything that's humanly possible to be the most inconsistent person imaginable who just adores. I mean, it's her favourite activity to throw people under the bus, then simp for them, then throw them under the bus again. The true plot twist of this story is the lack of consistency in Clev's character, but that's purely because of the choices I made. If I went through making more consistent choices, then that's exactly what her character would be, consistent. But where is the fun in that? The fun mostly lies in a mix
You
of
alright?
savage Clementine
We all are.
and not so savage Clementine. Then you get heartwarming moments as well as hilarious moments involving said savage Clementine. What can I say? A little bit of Savage Lee obviously rubbed off on her. Being able to carve your own path though, that's by far the most fun element behind these games.
More food and been someplace warm days ago.
We did the right thing. She was in no condition to move.
She's worse now.
We could still turn back.
That's not an option. Everybody hang in there. We gotta keep moving if we're gonna make it to that town before nightfall.
I'm
You don't
sorry,
even
but
listen to
looking
anyone
that
else.
pale
You just
is not a
go
good
on barking
sign.
orders. You gotta lighten up, okay? You're pushing them too hard.
Well, arguing isn't helping
By
anyone.
arguing.
Well, don't forget you agreed with me about waiting to leave camp until today.
That doesn't mean I agree with the arguing. Why are people making these sudden lapses in judgment?
Over here. There's a place to sit.
I'm saying one thing, it does not mean that I'm saying the other. So why the hell are these characters making connections there that are not to be made?
He's okay. I've got him.
No. You rest for a minute. I'll wash him.
Back off, Kenny. She said she
I
didn't
say
want you to
that
take the
whilst
bait.
I
Don't be
still
weird about
firmly
it,
believe
okay?
that the writing in the season
I
is
ain't
fucking
being weird
spectacular,
about it.
and the
Yeah,
human
you
conflict,
kinda
not
have
only
been.
does it feel natural
just
and
right
organic
now.
most of the time.
He's not your baby.
I mean, that's true, he's not your baby. That's why I picked that option right there. That, and also I had to react as soon as possible because I was too busy talking about the human conflict in this game and just how compelling it becomes, the way things build, the arguments characters have. It
Arvo?
almost speaks
Arvo?
to
Maybe
humanity
I
on
met
a
him on the
broader
observation
spectrum,
deck
given the
before everyone
lack
else
of
came.
necessity behind it all,
That's the guy?
the need
Know this son of a bitch?
to jump
Well, what's he want?
to gratuitous violence
He
and
doesn't
forget
look like much.
the fact that
That
we're all
ain't the
human
point.
too.
Hello? Please.
You know, selfish by nature.
I don't like this.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
trust him,
trust
go on.
him. Also, he might be mad at us.
Everybody keep your eyes open.
Might be mad at us because Clementine, you know what you did. You know what you did, Clementine. We stole medicine that we didn't even
You're
use because
Clementine.
we're geniuses.
What's
that
going on
way.
here, friend? You got people with you? Where are they?
You're not out here on your own, are you?
Yeah, I do understand that what I just said about this game was kind of going in a bit too deep about it, but this game just has a
These
personal
are my
tethering
friends.
that I feel
We'll
to
stay
it,
here
and that's
for
why
safety.
I love it
But
so
you,
much.
we know.
Not everyone is
You're
going to
Clementine.
experience these games with the same
But I
manners,
need
which
them.
in which I do, which is perfectly fine.
Скажи им, чтобы они поставили их оружие на пол, и что мы забираем
That is
всё, что
just the
они
foundation
имеют.
of opinions for
Что ты
you.
хочешь, чтобы я взял?
Opinions of
Откуда
which
ясно,
mine are
что
correct, and
бы
anyone
их не
disagrees
было?
with me are wrong because that is
Может
how
быть, у
opinions
их
work.
есть под-
We don't want any trouble.
I told them you are the ones who robbed me. They think it's funny that you're just a little girl.
Rob!
It is funny that you got robbed by a
and your
little girl.
friends
That
to
is
put down the
hilarious.
guns So we can take your things.
Whoa, whoa, hang on now.
What the hell?
Nobody get excited.
Clementine, you robbed this guy?
No, you aren't taking anything from us.
They're not telling me to ask.
Чего ты ждешь?
I wish we could have met differently, Clementine. But this is how it has to be.
Oh, I hate Arlo. I hate him so much. Choices are an illusion. Everything pans out the same way because even had we
have a baby.
not stolen from him, this same scenario still occurs, but with slightly different dialogue. That's all what changes. These guys still pull guns on us. They still watch you rob us, no matter what we do. It's rather tragic, actually, and it is why Arvo is the most hated character in Telltale history.
I guarantee I'm a better shot than you are. I'll drop you both before you complete.
This is getting a little chaotic and people are neglecting the fact that Rebecca will see better days. Oh shit.
Think about it. We can work something out if nobody does anything stupid.
Don't make me do it! Look at me! Do you hear me?
Of all the times for her to turn.
No!
That was one hell of an ending. And it leads on to one hell of a final episode that we will be streaming here on the channel on Sunday. So we have a really awesome episode to look forward to, and it means that we have now gotten the weak link out of the way. The episode still had its merits. It has some really poignant moments, especially with the birth of Rebecca's child. And it's absolutely heart-wrenching to see that Rebecca gets to spend very little time with that child, as she turns with the worst timing known to man. The worst part about this episode is, well, the filler content for one, because, let's be honest here, this episode doesn't push the story forward. We spend the whole time at a war memorial museum, and we just go from one group of characters to another group of characters to another group of characters, just performing activities that don't impact a wider story. Like, whether we did or didn't get water from that museum didn't change the outcome in the end. So going with Mike and Bonnie was ultimately nothing more than a waste of time. It was there simply to act as content. So for unnecessary filler feeling to the episode is what bogs it down. But the choices are the absolute worst part, because this is the exemplary episode of choices that do not matter. No matter what you do with Arvo, whether you do or not rob him, he still comes back at the end to put a wrench into the operation, and a mighty-sized wrench at that, no matter what you do. No matter what you do with Sarah, she dies 60 minutes later. It just begs the question, why give us those choices in the first place? It's the same with Nick. Whether you keep Nick alive for longer doesn't really matter, because in the time that Nick spends alive in the third episode, we get no significant character moments with him. So keeping him alive is therefore a waste. It's not like Carly and Doug, where choosing to keep one alive over the other gives you significant opportunities to impact Lee's character. You pick Carly, and Lee goes out of his way to talk to his friends about his past. You pick Doug, and you get legendary character moments, I guess. Doug is just a good guy. I enjoy interacting with him. But then you miss out on all of the Carly romance, and actually telling your friends that Lee is a criminal, because it's Carly that inspires that out of Lee. So that's Amid the Ruins. I went out my way to review at the end here, but that's just because this episode is one that I have a lot to say about. It has high highs, really low lows, and they all even out to make a very mediocre episode, which when compared to the vast highlights of the second season, this episode doesn't hold a candle to the rest. Let's be perfectly frank about it. And now, for one good thing about this episode is that it's going to lead into one hell of a finale that we get to look forward to on Sunday. And until that moment arises, peace!